Hey Jason, so you're in Florida, I'm in Thailand. So how is Corona affecting your lifestyle out there? And then I'll tell you how it's
Well,
affecting.
there's 26 million people in Florida, and there's only probably about 20,000 infected with it.
Are you nervous for yourself?
I'm nervous, but you only got to live day by day, unfortunately. You
There
have to
you
take it
go.
a step at a time. You get what life is handed to you, I guess.
Yeah, I'm
I mean,
certainly not nervous about it here. I think the weather has something to do with it. Corona's not even remotely a problem here in Thailand, and it was one of the first places to get hit. But I think it's just not spreading because the warmer environment and
I
better.
think when it gets warmer in Florida in like June or July, this shit, because it gets very humid here and very hot around 100 degrees, I think that shit's going to really slow down big time.
So your lifestyle, you go home, you go to the gym, the store. You don't go like a lot of different places, right? So it doesn't really
No, I
impact.
don't. Well, I'm going to be working, but here's the thing: they give you mask and gloves, and I isolate myself 6 feet apart from all the people.
Okay.
I mean, they have windows covering us all up anyway.
What's the work you're doing right now?
I work at the grocery store a couple of days on the side for a side job.
Oh, okay. Anything interesting about the grocery store? Like, are people buying all the toilet paper or something?
Yeah, it's still going like crazy. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Where's all the toilet paper going? How are people using more toilet paper now than they were before?
It just doesn't make any sense.
Well, here we have ass squirters, bidets, so they don't use toilet paper very much here in Thailand. So there's no shortage of toilet paper.
Yeah, well, I'm building a virtual museum online for my fans. I have people who work in the movie business and the Hollywood and stuff like that who send me tons of shit from Hollywood.
So this is your home project when you're at home lately. So home collectibles.
Well, I have a lot in collectibles. I got it valued. It's way over 6 figures.
So before you show me the collection, does this kind of feel like Star Wars with the government restricting freedoms even more and manipulating the media? And to me, it feels like the U.S. government is the empire, and that any of us who think outside the box, which is most bodybuilders, because you have to be outside the box a little bit, a fringe niche hobby, are the rebels.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think they're taking our freedom away for a very long time, in my opinion.
So
for
are you?
At least 2-3 years, this is going to be going this bullshit.
So you identified before though as Lord Vader, which is one of the leaders of the Empire, which is trying to take away freedoms. What do you still feel like you're on that side, or do you feel like you're more like a rebel now, using the Force for good?
It's it varies. You don't know. This is the weirdest time of my life right now.
Yeah. How's fitness? Suffering probably. The gyms are closed, I assume.
Oh, everything's suffering, bro. Everything's suffering. Everything's suffering. Well, it is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it, but just take it day by day, I guess.
Yeah, I'm really lucky that I got here to Thailand, and then in Bangkok, it was kind of depressing because a lot of things closed down. But then I came to Pattaya, the beach town here, and although things are closed down, like there's still plenty of amazing people in the beach, and I've got friends building home gyms, and there's still daily adventures. So I feel like I'm in the best place in the world to be during this Corona thing right now.
Yeah, it's such bullshit here in Florida. It's so fucked up here.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem is that the government, has to follow the advice of sort of the New World Order enemies of freedom who want to push vaccines and control and population control and taking away freedoms as the solution to everything, when the solution is really to teach people, the solution is the opposite, which is to teach people about how to improve their immune systems, how to improve their quality of life. And thank goodness there's a couple people, if you haven't watched them, there's a couple people who have showed up. Dr. Buttar, I think is how you say it, Dr. Shiva, and David Icke are a couple of people that are brave enough to tell the truth right now.
Yeah. Yep. This shit's gonna go on for at least 2, 3, 4 years. This shit.
Yeah, it'll certainly change the world forever, but hopefully for the better. I had lost hope until a couple days ago when I started hearing some of these personalities step up, these influential people step up, and to the risk of their own selves to expose the truth about, or what I believe the truth to be about Corona.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get, as soon as places start opening back up, I'm gonna live my normal life as best as I can, I guess.
You gonna be back in the gym the day it opens?
Yeah, I'm gonna be back in the gym. Yeah, back
Me
doing
too.
my
The
thing.
gym opens here May 1st.
Yep.
So let's see the abs. Let's see how, if you put on some fat since not being in the gym.
Not that bad. I'm still pretty flat.
Oh, your chest looks good size. Looks like you haven't. Looks like you aren't super lean, but looks like you're full. So keeping some
I'm
math
full.
on, I suppose.
Yeah, let me show you this museum now. I want to show you. This is the museum. I got a lot of stuff I've been investing. People have been investing in me. A lot of stuff. We got a Scarface poster. I got a whole bunch of stuff. The original Empire Strikes Back poster. I got so much. I'm living on a gold mine, a retirement fund right here.
What was that girl? What's that poster of the girl?
Those
Looks
are
like she had
Natalie Portman autographs.
Ah, okay, because she's a Star Wars actress. Got it.
Yeah, there's a Heat poster. There's the tons. And here's the main, the one was worth the big money, original Elvis hair from 1964.
Wow.
That's wild, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like original. I got my museum's pretty large, man. For living in a house privately, I got original Titanic artifacts. All these. I got a lot of stuff, man, in my house.
Ah, this makes you a nerd by definition.
Yes, a nerd. Yes, a nerd.
I just wish they'd come out with more amazing Star Wars type movies. Like hopefully now that people are spending so much more time watching Netflix and stuff, they'll make even more new amazing content. What have you been watching on TV? If you've been watching TV,
I've been watching this like boring shit, like drama with a Kim Kardashian bullshit, all that drama show shit.
oh god,
It's
I
just
don't know if that
drama.
doesn't really sound like a good use of time.
I watched the Real Housewives of Miami. A bunch of idiots,
Oh god. Oh jeez. Well, how
by
about
far the worst.
You learned any new skills? Any personal development during this time?
Well, keep my social distance until this shit goes away and gets better in the future. And don't this is going to change the world forever. Let me tell you why. People are not going to be touching hands anymore ever again. People are not going to be hugging anymore, doing any of that stuff. That's what's going to change things, because I think when we were doing that, we didn't realize that we were spreading a lot of germs around with our dirtiness anyway.
Well, it's not going to stop me from bringing a different girl home every night.
I know. I meant just in public, like random people. That's what I meant.
Yeah. I guess the handshake is probably the least necessary, easiest concession to give up in favor of decreasing spread of disease. But, the biggest thing is, like, when I walk around, I see people in public, people are always touching their face and their nose after they touch things in public. Like,
They're stupid.
That's the most basic thing. I mean, getting close to someone is not as likely to pass a virus as, touching something that they've touched with a, snot on their hand and then touching your own face. That's how most people are going to get it. Actually, I have a really quick story. I had a cousin. He was sick all the time. Cold, flu. And I wanted to figure it out, so I started watching him closer, like, how is he getting sick all the time? And he was always touching his nose like this.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's sick all the time.
Of course you're going to get sick touching your germy face.
Yeah, so I hope people don't, stick to the 6 foot distancing and instead focus on the most obvious, most likely cause, which is stop picking your nose without washing your hands.
This, things are gonna open back up, but I think things are gonna change a lot.
Have you noticed on your content views going up because more people are watching stuff online?
Yeah, because they're home. That's a great thing. Sitting at home, they got nothing to do.
What's your biggest criticism from your fans lately? What are they giving you a hard time
Well, they're all, a lot of my fans are there to troll me. They're not really fans. They're just there to watch because they're bored.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun to tease someone, I guess. I'm not proud to admit it, but I remember when I was younger and there was a retarded guy in my 8th grade class, and the guy was freaky strong. You heard of retard strength, right? Where like you got someone that's a little bit mentally handicapped, but then for some reason that translates into superhuman strength. Yeah, so my friends and I would tease him a little bit. It wasn't super mean, but it was a little mean. And then he would chase us and stuff. And man, if he caught you, oh, you were dead. So it was like poking a bear and then running from the bear.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of like that, except for you can't really reach out to them through the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anything else, Jason? I'm gonna pretty soon get on with
a lot of things have been, I hope my life gets almost somewhat back to normal, somewhat. I know it's never gonna be completely normal, but I like to get it pretty damn close back to normal.
Yeah, I'd like to see you and everybody else when the gyms reopen, really get back into it and use all this saved up energy towards transforming our bodies. And I'm gonna compete in a bodybuilding competition June 13th, so I'm gonna start preparing for that pretty soon.
Well, it's good talking to you, Tony. I'm gonna let you go.
All right, Jason. Have a good night.
Make sure you send me this video in a couple days.
All right, you got it.
All right,
bye,
peace.
Jason.
Bye.